Hey guys, welcome back to another video, a review of the brand new Uchis album, Red Moon and Venus. Uchis is a singer who over the past decade has been building up a discography full of very well-produced R&B and neo-soul music. Not only that, but her super lush and almost hypnotic voice has caused her to become one of the most easily recognizable artists out right now. When you see Uchis on a feature or it's just one of her songs, you know the vocals are going to be great because they always are. And yeah, I pretty much enjoyed all of her albums so far, all two of them. Isolation in 2018 was pretty damn good. It had a lot of well-produced songs, a lot of very unique songs on it as well. The features were great, Uchis was great on it herself. All around, just one of the better albums of the 2010s. And then we had Sin Miedo a couple of years later, which wasn't as good, but was still a very solid project. So going into this one, I was pretty excited, especially after the two singles that we had gotten, which were very good. So now that we have the album, I think it is also very solid, and it's another good addition to her discography. Just getting right into my main gripe about the album, I think that the first half is extremely weak compared to the second. We have one of these singles, I Wish You Roses, which is a very psychedelic and sweet cut. I absolutely love the synths that play throughout this track. They sound great, and it's kind of a catchy song too. Then we have Worth the Wait with Omar Apollo, and I like how these two harmonize with each other. They sound great together. Overall, just a very sweet and enjoyable song. But then after that, we kind of have a streak of songs where I am just very indifferent towards. Look, the production on all of them are great, the singing is great, but I just find them to be a little bit forgettable and kind of just blend in with each other. I'm really not too crazy about the entire run from Love Between and Hasta Cuando, especially the track Fantasy with Don Toliver. And I don't know, I am just so tired of Don Toliver at this point. I cannot stand him anymore. His vocals really just kind of become annoying for me at a certain point. And while this track is not horrible like their collab on Don Toliver's recent album, it really isn't the greatest thing ever. It really just sounds like an interlude that was lazily put together. Yeah, I don't really know what happened here. Just like the other one, it's not that good. After that streak of tracks, though, we have what is probably my favorite song on the album, Endlessly. This thing has such a nice groove, and that little whistle that plays throughout the chorus is just perfect. The guitar on this track hits, the bass hits, the drums hit. I just love this song. The next track, Moral Conscience, is also amazing. I like the darker vibe that it has. It almost reminds me of like an older Tyler, the Creator track, but with better production, especially with that really jagged synth that plays throughout. That was super common in Tyler's old stuff. We have Not Too Late Interlude, which is just an interlude. It's fine, it sounds good, it's decent. But then we have Blue, which is another super smooth soul cut. I love the little horn solo that plays near the end of the track. It sounds great. But then we have Deserve Me with Summer Walker, and these two really do not work together in my opinion. I think their voices contrast way too much. I'm really not that big of a fan of Summer Walker in the first place though, so that could be a bias. I don't know, she just doesn't really fit on this track. We then have another one of these singles, Moonlight, which is a super psychedelic cut. We have that fat bass line playing throughout. It sounds great. I love this one too. And then we have The Closer, which is another one of the better songs on the album. It starts off as a bop. It has a great groove and more of a synth pop vibe to it, which later turns into a more atmospheric closer with a bunch of nature sounds playing. It's a really great closer. I like it. So yeah, for the most part, I did enjoy this album. Like I said, there is not one moment where I'm like, okay, the production sucks, the singing sucks. It's all good throughout the entire thing. I just think that some songs end up being a little bit forgettable. The first half is definitely not as strong as the second. But hey, it's a good album, and I am excited for whatever the future brings for Uchis. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching this video. Tell me what you thought about the album in the comments section. Do you agree with what I said? Do you disagree? Just tell me what you thought. And yeah, drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I will see you next time.